welcome to Your Health, and we've got a special lady here today, Tiffany Bass. Tiffany, you're with Baptist.
I am.
And you are in the heart business.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And this is Heart Month, so we want to entertain you and educate you and teach you some things. And Jack and I were just talking about, you know, people really need to know what to look for, because heart disease it affects everybody, and it doesn't necessarily have to be somebody extremely old. It can be any age, oddly enough.
Absolutely.
And women are different than men.
Yes.
In the
that's
way
right.
their symptoms are.
Yeah.
So let's tell our audience some of the things that we need to be looking at that are just not right.
Okay. Well, again, thanks for having me here.
You're very welcome.
And you're right, February is Heart Month.
And you've got a milestone on your own.
I do.
The last time you were here, you had high blood pressure,
Right.
and now it's dropped dramatically,
It has.
and you may be even getting off the meds.
That's correct.
So you need to let our viewers first and foremost know, what did you do for that?
Well, I think the first thing that's very important is knowing the risk factors.
Right.
And having that relationship with your doctor so that you can find out if you have high blood pressure or have high cholesterol before even having symptoms. What most people don't understand about high blood pressure is that it's known as a silent killer.
Okay.
And it can cause a heart attack, a stroke, and most of the time it happens before you even know you have high blood pressure. So it's very important to have your annual visits, to take advantage of the kiosks like at CVS and at Publix and check those numbers.
So those actually work? Do
They actually work.
Okay, good.
And I was
That's
actually...
good to know.
I'm not sticking my arm in
They
there.
work.
I may never believe here.
Yeah. So know your numbers, because the problem with this is most of the time you don't have symptoms. The first symptom is a heart attack. So knowing your numbers, getting the appropriate treatment, and once you find out, if you find out you have high blood pressure, to take your medicines and take those correctly.
So there's the diastolic and the systolic.
Yes.
So a normal blood pressure for a person should be?
For most people, textbook anyway, is 120 over 80.
120
but it
over
can
80, okay.
You can range lower with that depending upon your activity. If you are an active individual, your blood pressure tends to be a little bit lower. And that's kind of what we want. We want that heart rate anywhere from 60 to 80, and that's not uncommon for a very active individual. And even for your blood pressure, if your blood pressure is 110 over 60, that doesn't mean that is bad.
Right.
We see that sometimes
Right.
in active individuals. So for me personally, I've taught and educated our patients on heart health for 20 plus years.
Wow.
But it's important
Started
that
when she was 5 years old.
it's important that we use that knowledge to prevent those diseases for ourselves. Exercising is important. And as we discussed last time, it doesn't have to be jumping on boxes or kickboxing. It could be dancing to your favorite music for about 15, 20 minutes a day. There's also opportunity with weight control. Eating a smart diet, a healthy diet that consists of lean meats, fresh vegetables, water, hydrating yourself.
Yeah.
Stop smoking if you smoke. All of those healthier lifestyle changes will be beneficial for the long term with your health.
People don't realize hydration is so important.
It's very important.
Yeah, because that actually will help flush everything in your system, and you're getting rid of stuff that can start causing that blood pressure.
Absolutely.
The stress on your body is what's causing the blood pressure.
Yes.
You know, when you're talking about what causes the blood pressure, some of it I think is hereditary.
There is that
Okay,
link.
you know, but we were talking, I think we just started Scale Back Alabama, and if you look around every time you go out, we've got a problem with obesity, and if you lose that weight, it's amazing all of the different things that it affects, and that it makes you healthy, from not just being slimmer and not carrying all the weight, but you're into your heart, everything about your entire body.
You're absolutely right.
Wow.
You're
I mean,
absolutely right.
amazing.
When we use the term heart disease, everybody thinks, okay, when in the tropics, I got a disease. Okay, but how do we get heart disease, and what kind of a disease is that?
Heart disease is when the heart is not able to function properly, the way that
Okay.
it was meant to function. One of the major contributing factors to heart disease, again, is high blood pressure.
Okay.
If your blood pressure is high and it goes untreated for a long period of time, it causes the muscle to pump really hard.
Right.
And with that, you damage the muscle of the heart. And eventually, it won't, not only will it not pump hard anymore, it will barely pump. And when you get to that time, if that happens, that's when you have problems with congestive heart failure. You start exhibiting swelling in your feet and your hands. You hear people talking about shortness of breath, tingling in the extremities. You don't want to get to that point, because that's when the pump, the heart, is beginning to fail.
We're going to get you to come back next year, and you're going to tell us that you're not taking any blood pressure
That's
medicine.
my goal.
And I'm going to tell you the same thing. Deal?
Deal.
Deal. Okay, and just remember, your heart, very important in your life, but important in this, you have to take care of it on your own. Do the things that are right, and you're going to be around for many, many moons. We'll be right back right after this.